Hey everybody, this is James, the ARMAF Fragrances, and we are so glad to see you again. I'm here with my buddy Russ, and we are going to cover 10 of our...
That was loud.
Yep.
10. We're gonna do 10. Only 10 though.
Yes, just 10. 5 from me, 5 from you.
No honorable mentions.
Nope.
None.
From our own personal collections
Yes.
of our top 5 Armafs.
Armaf. If you don't have Armafs, you're missing out and you're spending way too much money.
Yeah. They
Right?
come with some cheeky ass bottles. So if you can get past that, quite a few of the scents are really outstanding.
Yeah, and a lot of them are real close matches to what they're trying to do.
Yeah, for being colognes, they really do a good job with the ones that I have that in my collection.
Right.
I have heard other people say that they've gotten other fragrances from that weren't even close. But the ones I have, I'm really impressed with.
Yeah, the ones that I have, these top 5 are my top 5 for a reason, because they're super close to what they're supposed to emulate, or they're just that good.
Yes.
So
what is your scent of the day?
well, my scent of the day happens to be Rhyolite. Or what is?
My scent of the day is this fingerprint riddled,
Magnet.
yeah, 1 million Prive. And the only thing that I
would like to see different, or my biggest complaint with this, is just the longevity. I only get about 4 good solid hours,
Right.
and then it gets to be a really close skin scent for me. But those first 4 hours to me are just absolutely wonderful.
That's good. Well, longevity is one of those things that we keep talking about, and everyone's got their own take on longevity.
Yeah.
To you, your 4 hours could actually be my 8 to 9 to 10 hours, because I'm counting skin scent. As long as I could smell it, I'm counting that. But you're saying, and you've always said that, you know, to me and to everyone out there, is once you can no longer catch it, it's just gone.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like one of those that,
Yeah, if I could dig my
man,
nose
that
in
thing
it,
smells good still.
it's like
you know,
Braille in a light.
10 hours in, it's
I
like,
could smell it.
so that's not a projector for more than 4 hours.
Yeah,
at all.
exactly.
It's basically-
Because I will say that when I picked my shirt up off the floor this morning that I wore yesterday,
And you catch it,
I
yeah.
could still smell it. So that's my scent of the day. I absolutely would highly recommend this to anybody that likes a gourmand or a sweet scent, because this stuff is absolutely wonderful. It's probably my favorite out of the 1 million line.
that one is
Yes.
a good choice. I can smell it. It's like,
It's,
now
it
we've still got
smells
all
good.
these- It smells good in this room, let me tell you. And we were sniffing again today, so if you see me rubbing my nose, it's because we've smelled several different things today.
So your first one on your Armaf list is...
Well, I'm going to kick it off with this one, and I got to give credit where credit is due, and that's from my buddy, Fellas
AC.
AC Hill. And I love watching AC's reviews because he gets really into breaking these down.
Yeah.
He does a really phenomenal job about that. And this was his find. This box opens like
really
a Zippo.
cool. Yeah.
And it has this little drawstring, which you remember from like Insurrection Pure 2,
Yeah.
where if you pull it,
It'll bring the bottle out.
then it comes out, and then this duplicates it.
Yep. I really liked it. Everything I've heard about it has been really positive.
Yeah, it's really good. It's supposed to be an Egoist, a Platinum Egoist clone, and so I like it a lot. It's really phenomenal, and I wear it in the office. It's more of my business, and really it's supposed to be like a spring through fall, but really I can get away with this year round.
Yeah,
because I'm in that office.
Yeah, you're in environment controlled.
Yeah, it's either you're in the heat and AC, or the heat or the AC. So year round, kind of a more business setting. What did you get out of it? As far
To be
as
honest with you, I've never smelt it.
Oh, you have never
I've
smelled it?
never smelled
Let me
it.
get a card real quick, because.
And what are some of the notes from
like
that?
like lavender, rosemary. Yeah, it's. And then
I definitely pick up the lavender.
it's nice, huh?
Yeah,
and
it's
then you'll
super
get
nice.
like a woody. I don't remember what the woody was, but there's.
It's a cedar.
It's like a woody.
Yeah, it's a cedar. I could definitely tell it's a cedar. Yeah, that's really, really nice. If this is what Chanel Egoist Platinum smells like, then I should probably get a bottle of it because this smells really, really good.
Oh, of the real deal?
Yeah.
You mind it? Let me save you some money.
And just buy this.
Just go ahead and get this, because if you watch, like, I don't know, I didn't get to see the Cuba one, but AC, when he broke it down, very professional. Matter of fact, he even waited patiently until I got it in, and then for me to be able to wear it. And then we had a conversation on his Facebook or on his YouTube channel about it, you know, and how much I enjoyed it. So
Yeah, that smells awesome.
it's a really good one. Okay, so
my first one is going to be,
I'm going to go ahead and pass it
thank
over
you.
to you.
It's going to be this wonderful little gem here that is just for you, which is a clone of Givenchy Gentleman. And to me, I really, really enjoy this. It's got a top note of bergamot, cedar, and labdanum, and I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right, which is actually a resin. I will say that in the top of this, it has a wonderful, the bergamot is absolutely beautiful in this. I really, really enjoy it. So this is my number one out of my 5, and that is Just for You.
And when do you wear that?
Yeah,
What
you
is the occasion for that? Is that like a casual?
Yeah,
or
it's a quasi formal. Like if I was gonna
More
dress
dressed up?
like what you're wearing right now, I would wear it. It's got a gentlemanly kind of feel to it.
Yeah, the reason I asked, I don't own any of the Givenchy Gentleman line, so I don't know when the appropriate would be for that.
It depends. Like I've got quite a few from actually Givenchy, and I've got, what is it? Givenchy perfume that smells like your home. It's got that heavy iris, so it just depends on which one you're wearing. But to me, this would be something like I would wear if I was dressed like you right now. You know,
Dress it up.
dress it up
This
a little
one you
bit,
dress it
yeah.
up.
Because you can't see it, but he's got jeans on, so he is semi-formal, quasi dressed up.
Yeah, here in Oklahoma, I mean, we wear pocket squares, we wear, you know, business suits, but at the same time,
Yeah.
blue jeans in Oklahoma
And cowboy boots.
and cowboy boots are pretty standard here. You know, unless you're real professional. If you're top level, but I'm what they're called mid-level management.
Yeah.
And I'm in the field and I'm in business meetings. So dressed like this, I can easily take this off and push a cow back to a defense throw, or, you know, deal with whatever I'm dealing with. So that would be
that would work.
mid-level.
Yeah, absolutely. It would work for any situation like that.
All right. That sounds like a good choice.
Yeah,
I don't
I
own
like
this
it.
one. I don't own the others.
And your next one is?
None other than
Yeah, my favorite.
probably one of, I would say it's in the top 5 of being cloned.
Yeah, it's...
Out of all those that are being cloned, and this is Nuit.
Yep.
Now, I could break it down and say, oh, y'all already know what this smells like. This is Green Irish Tweed. Enough said. Move along. Go for it, right?
Yeah, because it's pretty much, it's a really good clone of GIT.
Yeah.
You know, I can remember when it first came out, watching a video that had Steve from Redolescence and 2 other people, and they were like, I can't tell the difference. But in the beginning,
you got like lemon.
lemon
right?
Bravita, yeah.
What is that?
Lavender.
And I'm not.
Sandalwood is in the base. It kind of gives you that little bit of creaminess.
Yeah,
Or
but-
it smells like a drunk Irish guy passed it out alongside the road.
And most people will agree that it's right there.
Yeah,
Right
I
next
will.
to it, 95%.
Absolutely.
Anytime you get over 90%,
And
you really can't go wrong.
yeah, in the air, or for somebody who's not a frag head, you could put GIT and it right next to each other.
They'll never know.
They'll have a hard time telling the difference, especially if you walk by them. If they're smelling it in the air, yeah, it's for what it is. It's a great fragrance.
I like this one. I can't say enough, but I am that Green Irish Tweed guy.
Yeah.
I do like that scent. So
Yeah,
We're gonna
I'm
go
not
ahead
so
and-
much.
You not so much.
And I own 2 bottles of it, which really kills me. And my next one is out of the Armaf Niche line, and this is Niche Platinum, and out of the
Well,
Niche line.
I know we said we weren't going to show the case, but I can't show that one because that's your. But the presentation that Armaf came up with
For with these
it
is
literally
really cool.
sits, you know, in the coffer itself,
Yeah.
down snug.
And I will say that even the caps on these are really nice. If you look at, you know, they're plastic with a metal.
Well, the
outer
detailing,
yeah,
when you had it flipped over, that's the first time I've seen it, but if you flip it back over,
yeah, it's
even
on the
right
bottom.
here, you can see that they detailed it.
And this is one of the things I do like about Armaf. I don't know if you can see that from the camera, but is that they actually put the date that this was manufactured on the bottles.
Okay. You're talking about the date that
When
it
it was
manufactured?
manufactured, yeah, the date that this was bottled is right here,
Oh, 11/2009,
2019.
19.
I'm reading
That
it
can't be
backwards.
right.
It's
Because that's
2014.
November. There you go.
And they're saying it'll expire in 2019.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a good thing now that I read that.
So
a lot of companies will put an
Learn
expiration date on a fragrance, which is total malarkey. As long as you store these properly, these will last forever.
They're guaranteeing the freshness until that date.
Yes. You know, because it was like this. I've heard people say, well, like, you know, it's past the date, expiration date. If that was the case, then there is a ton of fragrances behind me that are discontinued, that have been discontinued for years.
Which shouldn't have tripled in money.
Yeah. That should be all bottles of junk now because
Right.
they're so far past their fresh date. So that's one thing to think about when you're buying fragrances. This one I really like. This has got spicy notes in the top, cedar and amber. This is one that I really, really enjoy.
My next one is going to be the car. Everyone,
Well, it looks like a grill.
you know, a lot of people gripe about this one and how ugly it is, but it reminds me personally of like a 1950s,
Yeah, grill of a car.
you know? Or I took you to a local burger joint.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
This kind of gives me that same
Kind of feel.
vibe that they had.
Yeah, people complain about
when
it
you go
being
into
a cheap bottle, and to me, I think it looks fine on your shelf.
Yeah, lemon,
It's-
pepper, ambroxan, Sauvage.
Yeah,
You're gonna
Sauvage.
get Sauvage shoved into this bottle at.
It's just toned down because you've smelt the real deal now that kind of choked you.
Now, compared to the EDT, now I can compare this, and yeah, this is way, way toned down compared to yours because I could spray this right now, and I'll spray it because I don't have nothing on my thing.
And it doesn't blow up the whole
It's
room.
not blasting me like now.
Yeah.
The sprayers, I have to admit, are on my bottle. This one is not very good at all. If you've
it
seen,
spit at you. I saw it.
yeah, we can do a close up for everyone.
It
out
does
there.
smell really, really good. I will say.
And you see what I'm saying? And it went sideways.
He shot me in the eye.
I do believe Joy was the one that. Okay, look, this.
Yeah.
It's actually squirting to the side.
Yeah. But it smells wonderful. It's a really close. This has got more citrus on the top of it because you
I got
definitely.
it all over my hand.
Yeah,
now,
you
too,
definitely
so.
pick up. You pick up the lemon in this, which is not present in Sauvage itself.
Right.
Because it's pink pepper in the top, but this is really, really, really good.
It's close to being Sauvage.
Yeah,
It's
most
just-
people would think this was Sauvage when you wear it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And-
it's absolutely wonderful.
and way toned down from your 200 EDT. That
Yeah.
thing is some sort of magic blasting
It's-
powerhouse
Yeah, it's a little more muted.
of Sauvage.
You know what? I would say that reminds me more of than the EDT. Is it reminds me a little bit more of the EDP
Oh, in the middle there.
because it's not as loud, it's not as brash. Now, my next one for my top 5 Armaf is going to be Niche Oud, and this is the biggest no oud having Western smelling fragrance. Like, you'll like this. You know how you're a little on the fence with oud. This doesn't have an oud note. It is so. I don't even think it's listed in the note breakdown now that I think about it.
Now, do you get woody out of it though? I mean, because
Do I
most
get a-
most oud, I'm thinking is compared to like wood. Now that I'm starting to look into oud, it's more of like a wood. So do you get any kind of wood out of it, or
No, not really. What I get is an amber, which has got the sweetness, some spicy notes, and some vanilla, which is really what this is. So to me, it doesn't. It's really named inappropriately because there's no oud in it.
This is another one of those. I know we said it in the last video, but it smells really good.
Yeah.
On the air.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, you
bury
can smell
your
it
nose
like
in
this,
it, not so much, but in the air it smells much better.
but wafting it like that, it's.
And this makes for a great scent for the fall, early winter. I don't know if I would wear this in the bitter cold because I don't know if it would cut through the cold. But for moderate temperatures like we're having right now, this is wonderful.
I noticed something else, and it's doing it again in this.
What's that?
That amber. You said there was amber in this one. And when I'm smelling it, maybe it's the newbie nose in me, but I said it last video, and I'm going to say it again in this video. It gives me that honey vibe.
Yeah, the sweetness.
It's like that amber. Maybe it's just me. Everyone else out there can think I'm crazy, but when I'm smelling the amber, I get that honey feeling.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Not open your can of honey. And smell it, but I smell honey.
Yeah, and that's the amber note. It's the same one that you picked up in Tom Ford tobacco that I let you smell when we did their last
That's what
one.
I'm noticing the pattern. It's like you keep saying amber, and I'm like, no, I'm rookie nose again. Maybe it's just that, but
I think
it's honey.
Your biggest thing is that your brain is so hooked on 18.21 because that has a huge load of amber to it. And anything that you smell that's kind of close, so your brain is kind of
it's
relating
clicking
to that.
over to that. So it is. I think you're right. 1821 has that honey just knocked into my head. But I think it's an amber thing. If there's something in amber, I think I'm just processing it as honey, and I like it. So am I really liking honey as much, or do I like amber, or do I just like both of them?
I think
and
you
they
like
just
both
have
of them.
the same.
They have similar,
vibe.
they have a similar vibe, and then their scent characteristics are kind of close. I wish I had something. I need to, like we were talking, I need to get some samples of just straight amber, because amber is a fantasy note. It's not an actual material, because actual amber is
I thought
fossilized.
amber was like a resin or something.
No,
it's tree sap type thing.
It started out. Amber is supposed to be fossilized tree sap. Have you ever seen like Jurassic Park where they get the mosquito that was? There's no smell to amber. This amber itself is what we call a fantasy note. It's an accord that's put together that makes you
feel it.
Yes, it gives you the mental image of that, because it gives it kind of a warm gold kind of feel to it, really, and it's sweet. So
what gives me personally a honey.
Honey, yeah.
I'm getting the honey out of it, and I just think it's really nice. And then you added that. Well, I threw the card.
Yeah.
if you the vanilla, because those are like, and I think I was talking on Danielson's page about your favorite notes, mine, and it's like honey and vanilla. And when you combine those two, 9 out of 10 times I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
And there is the vanilla. You can pick the vanilla up.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's part of where that sweetness is coming from as well.
We are good. So this is a 1-to-1, in my opinion, the closest clone for perfumes de Marais that you can get. Now, like you were saying, this was really easy to get a hold of for a while, and then like when I started searching for a bottle, it just dried up. I actually had ordered a bottle of this from the Armaf's website, and I will say that's one of the few bad experiences I've had, is they took my money and never sent me a bottle. Armaf did,
Wow.
The company itself. So, but I ended up finding this one used. I'm a big person. I really believe in secondhand bottles and partials, because I have.
That's how I got mine.
Yeah, I have 2 of them. I have one that's completely full that I got from an individual, and then I got this one too. And this one was pretty much full, and I have really worn the shit out of this.
You have put a dent in
Didn't
that
it?
one.
Yeah. This stuff is amazing. If you like Pegasus, you are gonna absolutely love this, because you cannot tell the difference. The only thing I said that you can tell the difference is this lasts a little longer.
Right.
Which is in my book is a big plus. So that rounds out my top 5 Armafs.
Which rounds off our top 10 Armaf.
So we're gonna do a tag.
Right.
And you want to tag
Well, this tag is you're going to tag 3 other reviewers, and it's for the top 10 Armafs in your collection. Now, if they don't own 10,
Yeah, if you don't own 10, just to how many you have.
yeah, if you got 4 that you really like, 5, whatever, but it's your top 10 Armaf from your collection. And my first one that I am going to tag is going to be Danielson.
Okay.
Danielson will be my first one. I almost feel like Danielson. I've been watching him for a long time.
Yeah, me too.
And he does a lot of what's called blind reviews. And that's, you just shove bottles in front of me and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to catch this and this. And he does a really good job trying to pull those notes. So I'd be very interested in see what his is. That's my first one.
And my first one would probably be Stefan Fragrance. So Stefan, if you're watching this,
Good choice.
and you better be, because I watch all your bloody videos. Dude,
Wait a second.
you've got to
Wait
give...
a second.
Ah, there we go. That felt wonderful. So, man, tell me what your top Armafs are. And like we said, it doesn't have to be 10. Just pick the ones that you like the best out of your collection that you have out of Armafs and do a review.
Right.
Tell me which ones you think are the best.
Yeah.
And who else do you want to tag?
I want to tag my boy TraScents, because I do know that he has a lot of well, I don't know he's got a lot, but he has a couple of Armafs. And he's kind of like at the same level that I'm at, so I'm interested to see where he's gonna pull his from. Yeah, so TraScents is number 2 for me.
And I'm just gonna go with one more, and that is gonna be Aussie Scent. Man, I said hi to my mom for you. She said, don't be a bastard and wear something that smells good today. So that is gonna be my second guy.
Your second guy. Okay, so my third. Well, you have to have a third one.
Do I have to? I'll think of another one as you're
You have to have
talking.
a third one, because I'm trying to think of who I'm going to throw under the bus. Because this, you know who has, I'm going to do AC.
Yeah.
Because AC has actually reviewed a couple of these for me, and I always,
You've talked
between him and Joy, I mean, those two have really good tastes that are both similar to mine.
Yes.
So for mine, I'm going to do AC, and I hope to get the fellas. I'm here with the top Armaf
AC here.
because he's a really good reviewer, and he's got a wonderful nose. So.
You know what? That I know who I'm going to pick. Joey, if you happen to watch this, I know that you've got a quite extensive Armaf collection too. So let us know what yours are.
Yeah, Joy has a.
Joey is the one that I will say that I've learned the most about Armaf from.
He really likes it. So that's a really good. Those two.
Yeah.
I mean, those last two, when you're talking about the way they break stuff down, is just incredible. So I'd like to see that and how that works out for all them. So we're going to be waiting on y'all. We'll tag you down there, and we'll also, because we're in Facebook groups with all of them, we'll tag you inside when we're sharing the videos as well. And we'll provide links to everyone's channel down in the description. And there's only one last thing that we're going to ask from them.
And what is it?
Like, comment,
and
subscribe. We have a 1K challenge. It was actually, you said it was my thing, but it wasn't. It was actually started by EJ over at Happyland. Said that we needed to get 1,000 before Christmas, and we just kind of took it and grabbed it and ran with it. So we got a 1K by Christmas for my man, James, right here on Outlaw Frags. And we can't do that if y'all are not commenting, if you're not liking it, and you're not sharing it with your friends. Tell them to subscribe and smash that bell. I forget how that went. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend who told their brother's friend that James is here, and you need to start supporting Outlaw Frags, and that's where we're at, right?
Yeah. So, what do we say at the end of everyone?
With all that being said,
there is no bad time to smell good.
And well, they're down there, but all of them
smell
good.
Till the next video.